Let's get into day 2 real quick. Now, this is when stuff gets a little bit more serious. You can see we have this large marginal risk stretching again from southern Texas all the way up through the upper Midwest, including portions of the UP of Michigan, up through Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, and we have a smaller slight and then a smaller enhanced in there. So that's a 3 out of 5 risk. Now let's break this down. This is our tornado risk. So large 2%, smaller 5%, smaller 10%. The highest chance of seeing a tornado, at least according to the SPC, is portions of eastern Iowa, southeastern Minnesota, and then you can see central to western Wisconsin here. That's a 10% chance. So a 10% chance a tornado could touch down within 25 miles of any location in that yellow risk zone. You see this large hatched area. This means we could see up to an EF2 in strength tornado. It's always possible to see stronger than that, but it does look like we have the parameters to see a significant tornado, as we call it. So a large area. There's a lot of major cities in here, so we need to make sure we're paying attention. In this SIG 1 risk where we could see up to a EF2 tornado, we're talking about a population of 11.1 million people. And if you look at the 10% region, that's 1.6 million. The 5% tornado risk region, that's 15.4 million. In the 2% tornado risk region, that is 32 million people. So a lot of people affected. I do want to talk about the wind risk. We have a 45% wind risk here through portions of Kansas, Missouri, and Iowa. That's a level 4 out of 5 wind risk. So almost a 50% chance you could see damaging wind within 25 miles of any location in this risk zone here. Topeka, you're right on the outside of that. Kansas City, you're right in the middle of that. And then Ottawa, Kansas again. And then getting up here towards Kirksville, Missouri. And then you can see here Centreville, Iowa, and around that region. But again, we still have a 30% out here and then our 15 to 5. So don't just focus on this area. We could have damaging wind anywhere out in this risk zone. But obviously, once again, the SIG, this means we could see hurricane force plus winds. This is when we're talking about once you get into the SIG 1, SIG 2, we're talking about over hurricane force winds, really 80, 90 plus mile per hour locally if you get into some sort of strong bow echo or derecho event. I do think there's a possibility for a derecho type event where you get localized 100 plus mile per hour winds out here. Just taking a look at the future reflectivity. You don't want to make your forecast based off of that, but sometimes it can help when you're in a rush. You can tell we're going to get some sort of bow echo out here. And we're going to break these details down a little bit more here in just a moment.